Now, mental health. Just as how we augment our physical faculties when we use them, when we exercise, tearing apart the bodily muscles for them to be stronger, more dense, and fortified, the same applies to our mind, our brain. If we don't render it to usage, its cells will start to atrophy. Furthermore, we have to exercise the demons from it by tearing them apart to build mental muscles, so to speak, so the mind can be stronger and fortified. And these demons come in the form of fears, regrets, doubts, etc. And if you let them, they will wreak havoc in the mental garden by corrupting and harvesting our mental energy. We cannot allow that to be under any circumstance. And so by exercising them from the mind, we gain mental fortitude and we become resolute. When we don't, as you already know, the opposite occurs. We become mentally weak and then we become physically ill. I started with physical health to make this relevant comparison, correlation, more understandable for you, as it is very important. Have you ever noticed many people of great accomplishments? To name a few: Isaac Newton, Nikola Tesla, Benjamin Franklin, Nelson Mandela, Henry Ford, Michelangelo. They all lived a long life. Have you ever wondered why? It's because of happiness, which they obtain from their reasons, successes, and accomplishments of purpose. Thus, they weren't overexerting their heart's capacity. Rather, it was in a relaxed state for most of the time. Its rhythmic beat was synced to a vibrational frequency, one that exudes an output of minimal power, reserving its core energy, preserving it to sustain their lives. Whereas when your stress level is too high, your heart is in overdrive, its power output is on high, burning fast through its core energy. Its walls, chambers, and pumping mechanism becomes strenuous, weak, unable to prolong life. Notice, your heart is like a battery. It is the power source, power supply of the human body. It's also the emotional center, our center of emotions, where your energies are in constant motion, generating and operating the body's electromagnetic field, which is composed of both positive and negative charges. And just like any battery, if its power output is on constant high, then its energy capacity will drain rather rapidly. It will lose its voltage. It will lose its potency quickly. The heart's electromagnetic field is 5,000 times stronger than that of the brain. The ancient Egyptians anointed and appointed the heart above the brain in terms of importance, because the brain sees reality as duality, left hemisphere, right hemisphere. The heart sees it all as one, possessing the love frequency that transcends all planes of existence. This is why Jesus is always pointing to the heart, because the heart is the seat, the throne of God. Bob Marley says in his most iconic song, "One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright." When we experience the emotion of happiness, we are satisfied, meaning the charges of our heart's electromagnetic field of equal proportion. They are organized and harmonized, attaining equilibrium, much like the protons and electrons of an atom. Emotions, on the other hand, such as fears, regrets, doubts, such a deleterious one, dangerous, anger, shame, despair, etc., produces far more negative charges which completely disrupt or negate this state of harmony. You're now in a state of dissonance, and your heart has to kick in overdrive to recalibrate the charges and equilibrate its electromagnetic field. This takes a tremendous amount of work, causing and costing a subtraction of years from your life. This is why these demons are so lethal to your overall well-being, because they attack your power source. One of the greatest methods we can use to tear apart these demons and restructure our mind is meditation. Meditation promotes serenity, equanimity. Moreover, not only does it cultivate a happy, abundant state of mind, but also spirituality, self-awareness. You know yourself more. Socrates or Aristotle once said, "To know thyself is the beginning of wisdom." For sure, I concur. And meditation is the medium. You are in the wise domain, where you can watch and study your mind, observe thoughts of maleficence, and silencing them effectively gives you access to the gifts of your birthright, which are power and control over your dominion. You additionally not only become internally sagacious and vigilant, but also externally as well. Your environment becomes part of you, an extension of your will, of your mental domain. You are gaining the cognizance of the magnificence. Breathing techniques can be practiced during this period. In fact, I insist that you do. It complements, supplements meditation very well. It enhances the effects. Breath in Latin means spiritus, that which gives life. This is why you have eat in breath, because oxygen is food for your lungs. Eating, breathing, these are the sustenances of life. And the first and most important rule of breathing properly is not to breathe through your mouth, but to breathe through your nose instead. When we breathe through our nose, it filters the air, it purifies it, it moisturizes it, and pressurizes it for our lungs. Also, here's a fun fact about our nose. Our nostrils contain erectile tissues, much like our sex organs. And anywhere there are erectile tissues, pleasure follows. This is why we can be aroused by pheromones, aromas, and certain body odors. And these are a few of many things that goes to show you the vital importance of your nose. So use your nose. The second most important rule is to take slow and deep breaths. What I generally do, I practice the 7-3-7 rule, where I inhale for 7 seconds, hold for 3 seconds, then I exhale for another 7 seconds. Then I proceed to reduce my oxygen level and increase my carbon dioxide level by practicing the 3-3-7 rule, where I inhale for 3 seconds, hold for another 3 seconds, Then I exhale for 7 seconds. Do some research on your own breathing techniques. Find the best and most effective ones. Practice them 10 to 15 times or as many times in a day as you can. Your lungs capacity will increase from it, as will your lungs efficiency. Also, what you're doing, you're sending signals to your brain. You're letting it know that you're good, you're okay. And in response, it will activate your rest and digest system, aka your parasympathetic nervous system, the more technical term for all you nerds. This will stabilize your emotions, as well as boost your mood and make you become more relaxed and cool. All of that is only possible though if we breathe through our nose. Here's a last statement to emphasize the importance of that. Our nose serves like an HVAC system, controlling the body's temperature, blood pressure, and feeding the brain chemicals that alter our mood, emotions, and sleep state. The source of this information is from a book named Brett. It's one of those essential books that I highly suggest you take the time to read or listen to carefully. Trust me, it will be worth it. It will be worth your health. When we practice both meditation and proper breathing techniques, we are doing a spirit ritual, hence spirituality. We are cleansing our spirit to be in tune with the higher vibrational frequencies of the cosmos. We are linking our consciousness to the eternal ether, to the astral plane, to be one with the essence of the divine presence, which is omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent. Without meditation and proper breathing techniques, our mind's natural inclination is to be much like a desert, akin to, comparable to, no rivers, no lush vegetation or forestry, no vibrancy, just barren, hardly any fauna or flora, virtually devoid of life. Meditation and proper breathing techniques creates a rich environment, a beautiful lush and flush ecosystem, a highly fertile ground where seeds of patience, persistence, prudence, principle, generosity, integrity, love, faith, wisdom, intuition, and wealth can sprout and flourish abundantly and prosperously. All of which, along with our physical components and perks, are prerequisites for maximizing our potential and elevating us towards our life's ultimate purpose. We've lingered on this tenet for quite a bit, much longer than we will on the others, because it is so very essential. The benefits, values of a good health cannot be emphasized enough. So make sure you have yours down well, physically and mentally. Because nothing will be prosperous or worthwhile for you if you're not healthy enough to experience it. Key